Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to this special edition. I am super excited because I am chatting it up, dolls and gents, with some of the co-authors from all of the co-authors from my new release that's coming out. We just jumped into pre-order, Pour, and we're hanging out here with Cynthia, we call her Cookie, Campbell, and I'm so excited to feature Cynthia. And so we want to jump right in. We know that all of the live streaming platforms are building up the audience and letting you guys know that we're on. Let me introduce Cookie for you guys. We say Cookie, but listen, Cynthia Maria Footman Campbell, affectionately known as Cookie, is the proud owner of Emorel Boutique on Wheels. She's been in business for 11 years in Valley Stream, New York. And Cookie likes to say that her boutique features one-of-a-kind women's clothing, handbags, jewelry, glasses, and many other accessories, carefully curated with you in mind. And they carry just a few of each item, so everything you find is uniquely yours. Dolls and gents, Cookie also is married to a wonderful husband. She has 3 children and she has 10 grandchildren. And listen, I'm gonna throw into the bio. She can cut a rug on a dance floor. Dolls and gents, give a big round of applause for Cynthia Cookie Campbell, co-author of the new collaboration Pour. Cookie, welcome.
Everybody. Hi, how are you?
Listen, I love it. We're getting some shout outs. One of your co-authors, Wendy Lee, she's giving shout outs. Hey. Welcome to all those that are coming in. Coach Andrea, hello. Been waiting. Wonderful. Thank you, Natalie, for stopping in. Hey, Natalie, Carmen is coming up next. We're going to be chatting with Carmen next, one of our co-authors. But I'm taking this time to showcase the co-authors in Pour. So, Cookie, let's just go back. How did you even decide to have a boutique? How did you get into that?
Well, actually, I got into it when I was a teenager. When I had to, but I used to always want to dress my grandmother and dress my mom, especially when we, going to church. And before I got the store, the boutique, I used to do mobile a lot. I did fashion shows. I did a lot of boutique parties in your home. Like people have Tupperware parties.
Yeah.
I did a lot of boutique parties in your home. I pack up, I travel, I go all over, and I actually still do it.
Wow. And so when you were younger, did you just love playing in clothes and jewelry?
Yes, everything. Jewelry. I love what I used to do was wear my grandmother high heels. I used to go into her closet and I used to get the good heels. And plunk around the house, and wear the dresses, her jewelry, her good stuff.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? This is for me, but I didn't start it until later on. Yeah.
Later on in life. A lot of times I think people have ideas like this and they don't actually start. But you we're traveling around and having, your boutique traveling, but then you actually opened a physical store.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about why you decided to open a physical store.
Well, actually, when I used to go out a lot of people used to ask me, do you have a store? Because a lot of times they want to come into the store and look at things, or do you have a website? And at that time I didn't have it. But what I did, I said, you know what? Let me just step out on faith, because I always prayed for it.
Yeah.
But I said one day, I have to step out on faith. I have to do it. And to me, I felt as though I didn't have a choice. So I did that and, was able to purchase things, stuff like that. And especially where I used to travel. Like I will go into Vegas sometime, and I go into like Italy, bringing things back.
Wow.
So, you know what? And people were really, really loving what I have. So I said, let me just, step out on faith and open up that store. And glory to God, it's still open, even through the COVID.
Wow, it's still going. And so welcome to all those that are coming on in, and you might be saying, hey, what are y'all talking about? You guys know me because you're on my platform. Charlotte Mitchell, and I'm the visionary author for this amazing book. We just started our pre-orders. It's going to officially launch October, but we are showcasing all of the authors, and Cookie is one of the authors. And listen, you got a shout out from your cousin Gwen.
Hey,
Hey, cousin Gwen. Wonderful, wonderful. And all of those that are listening and you are friends and supporters of Cookie, you can pre-order your book. Just jump over to mitchell-productions.com/cookie. It's also, the link is also on her page, and you can be at the top of the list when the book comes out and get an autograph.
Autograph.
So, with the book being Poor, and the subtitle is The Secret Effects of Giving and Serving in Small Business and Leadership. And so some might be trying to make the connection between, okay, fashion, boutique, what does that have to do with poor and pouring into people? But I want you to talk a little bit about confidence and esteem, and how what we wear and what we put on impacts that. Talk a little bit about your thoughts around that.
Yeah. Well, my thoughts are, well, first with me, the name E. Morel is actually my daughter's name and my grandmother's name is Edith, and my daughter's middle name is Morel. So I just put it together. But, from that name, right away, I felt the confidence when I first, decide to use that name. But it's like when you going out somewhere, especially going out and you going into a room, it's like you really should own that room. When you walk in that door, you own that room. What you wear, you start with your hair, your accessories, and it doesn't have to be where you're wearing high heels all the time. You can wear nice, pretty flats, kitten heels, but it's how you wear it, and you have to own it when you step into that room. You have to. It's a must.
Yes, it's a must. And I think that is such an important conversation to have, even for business owners. So this book is targeted, Poor, is targeted to business owners and leaders. And so absolutely, confidence is a part of us getting on live stream, getting on video, having those conversations about proposals, and going to a store, asking them to carry our product. And so,
definitely. So, because it's like I have ladies that come in that work in Manhattan. They're looking for something that's not so dressy as it used to be in suits. So if they want to go casual, I dress them for casual. I dress them for parties, weddings, anything you ask me. If I don't have it in the store, I'll go shopping for you. I've done it. Yeah. Yep. So it's like, and I just love dressing the ladies. I just love it.
And you're really pouring into your customers. Do you see customers that have esteem, issues, or they might try on something like, I'm too whatever for it? Yes.
Now, I had that a couple of times. I have ladies when they want to come in, they just want to just pick it up and say, well, I take it home, or I bring it back. I'm like, no, you have to try it on. And I have 2 gigantic mirrors. And I noticed once they put it on and they see themselves in it, their self-esteem, it rises. Because you never know what people are going through these days, Yeah. It's like, if I can just pour into someone, especially if they come into the boutique or even call me and, want to know if there's something that I have for them, I open up, even the days that I'm closed, I open up the door.
Wow.
I open up the door because that gives me a good feeling that I can really pour into someone's life, and even so with that, if they don't have, it's something they don't see in the boutique, I offer my services to come to their home and go into their closet.
Oh, so you even stretch beyond. You are a stylist as well.
Yeah, I go.
Okay, so this is good. This is good. Okay, so we're all at home. Yes, we're all at home, and people are on Zooms or on Facebook Live. What are a couple tips? Let's share a couple tips with the audience. Let's pour into the audience. Welcome to all those that are coming on in. Let's pour into the audience. So daytime, let's say people are like, I'm tired of wearing the same t-shirt or whatever. And we really only have to dress from like waist up.
Right. Instead of wearing the average white shirt or the average black, because some ladies are really, true to that white or that black, you can put on like a regular t-shirt, with something like this, actually. Something like this, they can look into my eyes, and not to be fresh or anything, but a lot of t-shirts are really have a lot of, work on it. But something like this here, you can wear it and put on some nice, pretty jeans, and if you are a high heel wearer, you can wear your high heels with it and accent it with your handbag. Let's say if you have on a t-shirt like mine, you don't really have to wear jewelry that come down because this is your jewelry.
All right.
So what I did was I accented with my glasses, instead of wearing jewelry to hang because it will take away from the eyelashes with the pearls.
Great tip. So those glasses are fashion glasses.
Well, actually, I had these made. These are my regular glasses, but I do have glasses in the boutique that has a lot of bling on them.
All right, a lot of bling on them. So listen, you just gave a great tip. Shout out to Benita. This is good, ladies. I just pre-ordered the book. Thank you. Congratulations and blessings to you, strong sisters. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. And so I actually saw a quote that I shared in our Facebook group, and I know you were in there. Hey girl, hey to all those that are in the Facebook community, that when you are selling, what you're doing is actually, it's a transfer of confidence. So that's why I think this conversation around, you as a boutique owner being in this book pour around really boosting people's confidence. If they feel better with what they have on, that's going to impact their, their sales. Do you agree with that?
I agree because we are actually our own brand.
Yeah.
We may not have, someone may not have a store, or may not, a book writer right now, but we are our own brand and we really have a story to tell. We really do. So it's like when you going now, for instance, like people know me as, having the boutique, but when I do my commercials in the boutique, they know I'm advertising and I'm dancing. So, and so now they call me Miss Percolator because that's my favorite, But it's like when you want to do your own brand, whatever, it's okay. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's okay to do it. It's okay if you want to step out with something small. You can. It's just that if that little thing in your head saying, no, I can't do it because of my age or that kind of stuff, it doesn't matter because come October, I'll be 60.
Look at that. Okay. Can we get some love in the comments?
I will be.
Can do the percolator. Listen.
Right.
The best stuff.
So it does. You don't have to be, a teen or 20 or 30. You can start your own brand no matter how old, because it really is how young as you feel. And I encourage everyone to, if you have that faith as small as a mustard seed, because I know you have it, step out on that faith and I guarantee it'll work for you. I guarantee it.
Oh, it'll work for you. Lashmonda Moore saying, wow. Absolutely. I love it. Listen, our time flew by. It flew by. So all of those that are connected to Cookie, you can pre-order your copy of Pour, The Secret Effects of Giving and Serving in Small Business and Leadership. She will autograph it. You'll be at the top of the list, the VIP list, when it comes out in October. And so we are excited that we just had a chance to, chat with you and talk to you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Listen, Tamia saying, wow, looking good. And of course, Gwen, your cousin Gwen, the dancing diva, always.
I love dancing.
Always been the dance diva. All right. Well, thank you so much. We are getting ready for our next segment. We have one of your fellow co-authors hanging out in the virtual green room studios. Carmen Jimenez-Pride is coming up. And so we're going to get ready for that segment. And Cookie, it's been great sharing with you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, listeners, and viewers, we're excited. We're getting ready for our next segment. We'll be right ready for you. Coming up is Carmen. All right, we are here, Carmen.
Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I am doing well. I'm so excited to have you as a co-author in our new book release, Pour. Listen, so many people already coming in, giving love. Thank you, Yolanda, for stopping by. Hey, Tammy, yes, ma'am. We will have copies at the pop-up conference in November. And Carmen is one of our speakers, so you will get to hear Carmen and see Carmen. Listen, we got to give Natalie some love. Hey, Natalie. Hey, girl. Hey. And so I definitely want to, let me just share a little bit about Carmen for those that are coming on in. Carmen Jimenez-Pride is founder of Outspoken Counseling and Consulting LLC and Play Therapy with Carmen Inc. She is a licensed clinical social worker, a registered play therapist, and business consultant. Carmen is a serial entrepreneur and award-winning best-selling author. She's the creator of Focus on Feelings, which is a diverse line of emotional literacy products. Dolls and gents, give a big round of applause, virtual applause, for Carmen Jimenez-Pride, co-author in our new book, Pour. Clap, clap, clap. Listen, getting love. Shout out to from one of your co-authors, Wendy. Hello. Thank you, Tony Winston. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you. Look, Cookie just left the stage and she's sending in love. And so let's go back. I love there is certainly, as a visionary author, I've read the book. I love that there is something that's been a kind of a guiding light for you that your grandmother said. And she said, you become to help others become. When do you remember when you first heard her say that?
That has been a phrase that she's always said, but I never really understood it. It started to sink in when I started to go to college. She's like, you become to help others become. Don't forget that. You won't grow if you're not helping other people grow. Yeah. And like I heard it, but it registered then, but it really, really registered when I started doing therapy services for other people.
And so, and I know you there's a great journey around that in the book. So we're not going to give away all the juicy details.
They got to buy the book for that.
Right. But what I think is so amazing, and there was something else I captured on LinkedIn that someone said, Kelly from LinkedIn said, this title is so fitting because you are the queen of pouring. Do you feel like as a therapist that you are emptying out like every single day?
Some days, yes. But at the end of the day, like after helping people, adults, children, families, like I can go to sleep very well, knowing that I made some changes or gave something in other people's lives. And that's always a good benefit for me.
That's, you know what, that's incredible. That's a gift, because sometimes we could listen to our one friend for 30 minutes, talk about whatever. And they were like, whoo, I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. And it's just, and you're pouring into people all day long. And yeah, you're getting the congratulations. Thank you, Timothy.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. And so as we think about pouring and in this space of play therapy, which maybe some of our viewers, that may be a new term. Can you talk a little bit about what play therapy is? And listen, your fellow co-author was like, I like to play. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Like most of my adults can come in, sit in there in the seat and just have conversation back and forth and talk and process. But when you start to think about younger children, they don't have that language. So they can't come in and say, I'm feeling this or I'm feeling that. Sometimes my adults can't say that, but we're not going to talk bad about them today.
Right.
So at play therapy, kids can come in and the natural language is play. Like who doesn't like to play? Who doesn't get enjoyment from that? So we're able to use creative skills, fun things to go from hurt to healed.
Wow.
So they can work out their issues, their traumas in a creative and safe space.
Wow, which led into Focus on Feelings. Right. So talk about that whole, amazing line, cards and all the stuff that you created for that and that are targeted to children.
Now, let me ask you this question, Charvette.
Oh, okay.
So if someone hurt your feelings, are you able just to come out and say, ooh, you hurt my feelings? Or have you responded with a little bit of anger, a little bit of shade, eye roll?
I have been guilty of that. Yes, I have been guilty of
that. So if we as adults cannot come out and say, oh, you hurt my feelings, how do we expect kids to be able to do that?
Yeah.
So that was the whole basis of Focus on Feelings, to be able to teach kids a core set of feelings so they can increase their verbal language. So instead of acting out when they're mad, they can say, I'm mad. They can say, I'm sad. They can say, I'm excited, without throwing things and bouncing all over the place. So working with those 10 core feelings is teaching kids, instead of them showing their behaviors, they're using their words.
Wow.
Expanded to be multicultural. There's not a lot of products out there that a kid can look at it and see a face that looks like theirs. So that's light skin, dark skin, brown, white, whatever, they're able to look and they can see themselves. And that was important. And then it's a teaching tool. Other clinicians are using it to teach kids the feelings, using it with parents to help parents have better interactions with their children. It's used in the school setting to help kids express themselves in that setting. So it's growing. I didn't expect it to grow like it is, but it's growing.
It is growing. And listen, a lot of love in the comments. LaShawanda Moore, shouting her out. She's the owner of Launch, which is a huge, I think almost 29,000 square feet, LaShawanda, of, oh my goodness, trampolines and just a whole facility around play, laser tag and all of that. So she is shouting out, that this is right in her, right in her lane. And so I love it. I love it. And Tammy, who is an elementary school teacher, she's like, this is great. This is great. And so these are ways that you have, like, just your career, you have poured. You pour into children, you pour into adults. And so, I think that you are we're so glad to have you as a part of this book and someone not just writing about it, but you live this. And so as a result of you pouring into others, what are some things that have maybe come your way, maybe that were unexpected and surprising?
Well, I never wanted to be big. And it's so funny because I still don't think that I'm big like that. And I think that it set in when I did my first vending event at the Association for Play Therapy annual conference last October, and people were coming up to me excited to meet me. And I'm like, me? I just put a couple of words on paper. But that let me see that, okay, what I'm doing matters. And people are actually using my products, and if they're using it, it's helping kids. So that is like my drive to create more and to do more and to give more. Not only is it with children and families, it's also pouring into other clinicians who want to do the same things that I'm doing.
Right. And which is the business consulting piece. And so no wonder Kelly from LinkedIn was like, you're the queen of pouring. This makes total complete sense. Yes, LaShawanda Moore, 29. I knew I was close. 29,000 square feet of, you could just play adults and children. So Wendy was like, I want play therapy. Like, where do I sign up? And I know you target children, but adults can have this too.
Definitely.
So
definitely adults. Some adults can't come in and say, I feel like this, or I feel like that, or they might experience traumas that they're just not ready to talk about. So doing play therapy will help work through that and give them language that they don't even have to talk about until they're ready. So it's not only for children, it's for adults too. I still play.
We all still play. And so those that are coming in, you're connected to Carmen. Listen, she's been promoting Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. The link is available for you to pre-order your copy from Carmen, Mitchell-productions.com/Carmen. We'll make sure you have the link. You'll be at the top of the list to get an autographed copy. I don't know. She might throw something else in the bag. I don't know. But you never know. But you'll be at the top of the list. When the book officially releases, we have it in hand. You'll be in the first shipment. So pre-order your copy from Carmen today of Pour, The Secret Effects of Giving and Serving in Small Business and Leadership. Again, so much love coming in. Yes, Coach Andrew is like, hey, Carmen, a fellow co-author here. Yes, hey, Erica Lynn, fellow fellow platform builder, stopping in to say hi. Adult
It's all about that play today.
Yes. And you know what was really great was we did a full brand photo shoot with you recently, and you literally brought your sand tray. And so is that one of the specialty areas that you work with? Talk a little bit about that.
So sand tray is one of my favorite things. Some people might call it a sandbox. My partner has called it a litter box. I laugh at that. But basically, sand tray therapy is just the method that you can come into the office and you don't have to sit and talk. You can just spend time in the sand tray, and it works with your left brain and your right brain, your creative side. And you're putting miniatures in the tray to tell stories, to express how you feel. And you don't have to say anything. And at the end of a session, we have the opportunity to process it if you feel like it. If you don't, I can take a picture and we can process it later. There's so many different stories come out in the sand tray that a lot of times people just don't have words to express.
Wow. And when we say sand, viewers, like literally like sand at the beach that you put your toes in.
Right.
Literally, absolutely. Well, I am excited that we just had this opportunity really to chat with you and talk with you. And just if I'm wondering, and I'm gonna quiz the audience right now. Does anything look similar in the video that you are seeing? And so here's a question while you guys are answering that. I'm gonna see if this is one of those games. We're playing a game here. That's like, can you pick something out in the picture? So Carmen, where are you located and who can you serve?
I'm in Augusta, Georgia. I am licensed in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. So basically can serve all three of those states. For therapy services, like with coaching and business consultations. And if someone's trying to become a play therapist, it doesn't matter where you are. I can help you with that doing virtual.
All right. Thank you for answering that. Listen, we had to know that Cookie was going. Guess what? Emerald Boutique. So Carmen and I are Sassy Jones girls, fanatics, and we happen to be wearing the same type of necklace, right, Leia? Yes. You all are good. You're paying attention.
I would like to say this new addiction of mine is all Charvette's fault.
It's all my fault. Blame me.
It's all her fault.
Say it's my fault. So Tammy, who is a elementary school teacher for social emotional learning, what tools do you suggest?
Definitely focus on feelings, but anything that has faces and words to it that kids can look at and like visually see, because you can take that to another level. You can read it to them and show it to them, and then you can get them to show you what they understand about it. So that will help them learn those emotions as well. And then they can pinpoint those emotions in other kids.
Oh, that's good. How can she get a hold of the Focus on Feelings line? And tell us everything that's in that line you've created.
There's a book that goes through all 10 faces. And it'll give you the definition, and it'll give you a short story that you can reiterate with kids. There's flashcards with and without words. There's stickers. There's washi. There's sand tray miniatures. There's a journal. No, I'm forgetting something.
Cards, right?
Yeah, there's cards, and there's two sets of cards. There's the small ones, and then we have some big ones for kids that, really need to see. Mm-hmm. And then there's some more stuff that's coming out soon.
Ooh. Keep your eye on Carmen. Where can they follow you all on the interwebs?
So across all platforms, the tagline is Pride LCSW. My website is carmenpride.com. Then there's playtherapywithcarmen.com. But if you want to get directly the Focus on Feelings, focusonfeelings.com.
All right. There you go, Tammy, right as you were typing it. Focusonfeelings.com. There you go. There you have it. Gwen is saying, do you deal with developmental and behavioral? Developmental and behavioral?
Some developmental issues.
Saying.
Yeah. Some developmental, mostly autism, and definitely behavioral issues.
All right, there you go. Great questions. Oh my goodness. So again, pre-order those that are supporters. Carmen, you're like, yes, you sold me. I can see, because you pouring into the audience right now. Like we pouring into the audience, and this is what you do. And so Not that we don't want you to order from Cook, but pre-order from Carmen, pre-order. Listen, get a book from everybody. Just all the links, because I'm gonna be on live all day long. We have 3 other interviews today, so just order from everybody. Y'all got it's enough for all of y'all, everybody to order from everybody. We have it right there. So I love it. Well, Carmen, I'm so glad to have you in this book as one of our premium clients in our Platform Builder program, and we want to thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you. You're welcome, Charvette. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Amazing. Listen, if you missed any of it, just go back to the replay, share this out with friends and followers, pick up, pre-order your copy of Pour. I promise you, I have read it all. I've read every chapter. It will be, I call it a handbook. It's definitely a guide that will help you if you're emerging in leadership, emerging in entrepreneurship, you want to pick up a copy of Pour. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody that's shouting it out and that hung out with us. We thank you so much for popping in, and we're going to see you later. There are 2 other co-authors you'll hear from later on today. Edwinette Moses and Yulika Kimber will be on at 8 p.m. tonight. So we will see you guys later. Bye. Have an amazing day on the web.